Okay, now I think now is much better. Please let me know if you can hear my voice right now. Okay, so I'm gonna start again this live stream. So first of all, welcome, and let me show you here Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin in 1 day chart, as you can see here, Bitcoin is still in sideways, where actually the bottom of this is short-term sideways is around $107,000, and the top is around 111,000. Yes. So in the short term, very short term, I mean this weekend, I am actually bullish. Let me show you why. In 12-hour chart, let me show you here. If we have here the momentum indicator curve right here, we will see a potentially this weekend, maybe by Monday, as long as Bitcoin is holding $107,000, this small area, we could see a buy signal here, and potentially, of course, we could see this buy signal, like potentially the target should be around maybe 110, $111,000, and maybe potentially a new ATA. Now, remember, the monthly close is coming. Usually Bitcoin is not moving actually after when the monthly close is coming. Bitcoin is just in sideways. Usually that is the most of the time is doing something like that. Now, if we go to 4-hour chart, as you can see here, we will see a potential buy signal very soon. Maybe tomorrow, or maybe tonight. It depends on the country you are right now. And as you can see here, we have this potential buy signal forming. The last time when we got this buy signal was here when Bitcoin was to $107,000, and we saw this bounce, right? This bounce around here, around $110,000 around there. I am looking for the same move, something like this, right? This weekend, very slowly, right? Now, this is in the short term. In the short term, I am very bullish here, looking for a bounce here in 110, 111, and maybe, why not, potential new ATA. Now, my concern is this one. 1 day chart is not very important. Actually, the real chart I am looking for right now and watching is the monthly. Monthly is coming in a few days, just this weekend. And as you can see here, historically speaking, every time when we got this signal here in the monthly basis here, when the red dots, actually, this is the volume. If you are new here, this is the volume. I am using two indicators, volume and also momentum. The momentum is this one. And as you can see here, with volume, the only phase signal we got was in 2016. And there is a reason. In that time, well, we couldn't short Bitcoin. Yeah, and also companies, right? You know, this kind of stuff. Tesla, all the companies they are buying right now Bitcoin, they were not here in the game. They actually joined in 2019. After actually the CME release in 2018 Bitcoin, and after that we could actually short Bitcoin. Well, what happened after that? Bitcoin actually crashed. So the only fixed signal we have here is in 2016. After that, all the signals we have here, this one, and as you can see here, all of them, they are very clear. Bitcoin usually is in sideways for at least 6 months, and after that we have this major crash. So right now here, let me show you here. We have this signal here around $100,000, 110. It's still present. And of course, we could see a new all-time high here, actually even worse, because Bitcoin is forming something we call a better divergence in weekly chart. In simple words, Bitcoin, the price is moving up, in this case to the upside, yes, is moving up, but the volume is not following this momentum. As you can see here, the price is moving right to the upside, but the volume is very low. This is telling me in the big picture, or you can do this in any asset, it is telling you like the volume is not coming, so there is a very high probability this move is a fake out. So the same thing I saw in 2021. If you want to see an example, let me show you here. We have here this signal here, sell signal here in 2021 in March, and also we got a new high here in 2021 as well in November, and we got this sell signal, right? The price was higher than the previous one, but the momentum, you see the hill is lower than the previous one, and the same thing we got here in volume, plus each the momentum here and the volume, all of them with the sell signals and also the red dots actually here. And as you can see here, perfect setup here. And after that, what happened? Bitcoin just crashed for at least 1 year. Yeah, I remember very well. I remember very well that time. I was very happy shorting Bitcoin for actually 1 year. It was very interesting here, and you can apply the opposite principle. And as you can see here, let me show you here. Let me show you. We have here now when Bitcoin crashed to $15,000. My target was 14. I fell for 1,000. So here, Bitcoin was forming this low, and a new low here, and this one was lower than the previous one, right? But you see the momentum. Now this low and the second low is not actually is higher than the previous low, right? So that's why we have something we call here a bullish divergence. And also one more thing, the volume is actually printing now the opposite, green dots. And not just only that, the volume is rising up, you see? So this is a very good setup, a very good example. So how you can actually identify big moves, is not just only for Bitcoin, actually also for any asset, stock market, whatever you want. As long as your asset has volume, you can actually do that. Yep. Now, what is happening right now here is the opposite. You see, we have this high here for Bitcoin. We have this high, right? Let me show you one moment. We have here this high, but as you can see here, this high, let me just remove this. Okay. This high is higher than the previous one. The previous one was in January 2025 when Bitcoin hit around $109,600. And right now, Bitcoin hit a few days ago, last week, I think, 112. So technically speaking, right now we have, well, a new high, right? Yeah. People now, Bitcoin will hit 500K, right? Usually that is something on like on X or YouTubers will say, right? Because, you know, they want you, right? They want to sell you something, or they want to say, hey, buy my course or whatever, because with this course you will be a millionaire, right? Whatever, right? The thing here is, like, in this channel, I am showing you like actually how traders in real life actually we are executing, or how we are trading actually. Yeah, this is more like real stuff, you know. So the thing here is, like, let me show you here. Now we got this buy signal in weekly chart at 75K. And as I said before, I bought here 75K, but in my case, I sold around $95,000, 93, 94, around there, around here. Why? Because I was looking for a potential rejection, because this area was a very strong resistance. Bitcoin, well, instead was actually, we saw this pump, right, very hard. And right now here, so right now here, if you go to social media, YouTube, right, X, whatever, you will see all the narrative. The narrative for many people is like Bitcoin will hit 1 million, right? Whatever. It's always the same thing. So, but if you are here, it's because you want to see facts in the chart, right? You don't want to see that kind of stuff. So let me show you something. Right now, we have this high, and potentially Bitcoin, maybe next month, maybe in July, but we will see, yeah, it's not like, we could see something like this. No, actually, we will see this is a sell signal in weekly chart, and we will see it maybe next month. Yeah. So what I'm telling you right now is potentially we are very close, or even this could be the top of Bitcoin. And from here in July, maybe July, August, around here, from here, if Bitcoin, based on this technical analysis, of course, and weekly chart, we will see a major crash. So as investor, you should be very happy, right? As investor, right? Because you will have this opportunity to buy Bitcoin, and not just only Bitcoin, maybe many altcoins, Solana, Ethereum, whatever you want to buy, in a very like, but they will be very cheap. So now let's talk about this move, right? So in average, Bitcoin is crashing around 70-75% every time when we have this sell signal. Okay, for example, here in 2021, and also here in weekly chart. But when the strongest one, every time when we see this signal in this combination, in average, Bitcoin is crashing around 75%. Let me show you here. The last one, it was 75%. And this one is going to be, imagine, right? Potentially Bitcoin could crash around in 1 year. Of course, it's not now. It's going to take time, right? It's going to take time. Around 1 year, 1 year and a half. We could expect around 70%. It should be right now still 30K, 35K. That is the area. Of course, after I see the confirmation, I will be more aggressive with my shorts, because actually I am a swing trader. Yeah, I am not a scalper. I am not looking for 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart. No, I am very realistic with my expectations. And that is something you should do. You want to take this trading like seriously, you know, because like in YouTube, social media, you will find, oh yeah, you can make $10,000 in just 5 minutes. Well, that actually is not true. I mean, the real life of a trader is you have to be very patient, and trading is super boring if you are doing everything well. If you follow the rules, if you follow the system, for example, you want to learn my system of trading, it's actually very boring, because it's boring actually because you have to wait for the signal. Yeah, for example, it's an example. In 1 day chart, technically speaking here, after we got the sell signal here, yes, there is no move. There is nothing to do. So the only thing you have to do is just waiting. In this case, let me see. In this case, it was 1 month without doing anything. And after that, we got the next buy signal here. And as you can see here, is like this, right? You got the buy signal here and maybe around $93,000. And after that, we saw this bounce to $109,000. You see, you have to be extremely patient. But the problem is people, they want to make money tomorrow, right? Yesterday, right? And that's why many YouTubers, many influencers, they are making money with that feeling, right? No, real traders, I'm telling you right now, because actually someone asked me yesterday, you have to be extremely patient, and you need to know exactly, you have to follow a system of trading. Like actually over time with backtesting is actually good. You can make money over time. Okay, now let's continue in the monthly. In the monthly, as you can see here, historically speaking, every time when we got this signal, sell signal here, monthly, and also monthly here, and also here we got this one, and now this one, right around here. As you can see here, we have only one fake signal, and it's this one. Yeah, so this signal has around 90% of win rate. That is telling me, like, I don't know, maybe this year is special. I don't think so, right? But if you think this time is different, there is, according to this system, there is a 90% probability Bitcoin in the monthly, after we have this sell signal in weekly chart, is gonna crash, and it's very hard. It's gonna be very hard. But as investor, you should be very happy, because 2026, I think that is gonna be the time to buy. Maybe by the end of the year, it's gonna be a good timing to start buying altcoins and Bitcoin again. And well, now one more thing here is, like, this is something very concerning. Let me show you something. I said this many times. Every time when Bitcoin is pumping less and less and less and less. The first time it was 44,000. The second time was 8,000. And now from 2020, this time from 2019, 2021, 1,700. And now here from this point around 500%. Do you realize? I mean, this is very obvious, right? That is something you will not find on X, right? Or YouTubers will not tell you these kind of things, because they will not get users and following if they say the facts, right? And this is the problem. Bitcoin is losing momentum over the years. Okay, so I was talking with one of my friends. He is actually a very good trader. He's older than me. He's around 65 right now, and he has more than 20 years of experience trading. And this guy told me, well, it's normal. Like, after maybe 15 years, something like that, the asset will lose volatility. But when you see this kind of patterns, eventually you can expect a major correction. And let me tell you something: if you are new here and you are just learning about trading, and when you are watching videos of Bitcoin and they are telling you, the bear market, actually that is false. That is not true. Bitcoin has never been in a bear market. What you saw in 2013 and also 2017, 18, and also 2021, they were just corrections in the monthly. Every time when Bitcoin tested the MA55, the exponential moving average MA55, is when Bitcoin found the bottom here, and also here, and also here, and also here. As you can see here, this white line is where actually Bitcoin usually is the best area to buy Bitcoin. Right now here is at $51,000 right now, today, okay? The problem here is we got the first warning in 2022. Bitcoin, for first time in the history, we were trading before of the MA55. And this is a clear sign Bitcoin is getting weak and weaker and weaker, okay? So the next time when we see the MA55, you don't want to see something like this. You don't want to see something like this, because if we see something like this, the candle is below the MA55 and closing below the MA55, we are gonna enter in a phase for Bitcoin like we have never seen before, a real bear market. And that is something I'm expecting potentially in 2027, 2029, in the following years. Okay, I love Bitcoin. I am very bullish. Yes, I love blockchain. I like the technology. But I am telling you just the facts, because if you are thinking to buy right now and hold, yes, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want. What I'm going to do is very simple. In the next buy signal for Bitcoin in the long term, I will buy, of course, yes. But when the time comes and I get a sell signal again, I will just sell. That's all. I mean, in my case, I am here because I want to make profits, right? Yeah, that's all. That's the biggest difference here, okay? I am just following rules. I am just sharing with you my experience. I've been doing this for a long time. I started like maybe around now 12 years ago. So yeah, I'm getting old. Yeah, okay, so now let's continue with more things. Let me show you here the USD dominance. The USD dominance, as you can see here, is the contrarian indicator of Bitcoin. Why? Because the major exchanges, actually most of the people in the world, they are using USDT, right? So the rule is very simple. When USDT is bullish, Bitcoin is crashing. When USDT is actually bearish, you will see Bitcoin bullish. So they are contrarian. So right now here, USD dominance for first time in the history, at least of this chart, is testing, and not just only testing, consolidating here in the MA55. So if you know my system or you are familiar, every time when I see the MA55 tested, the next direction is to the upside. So this is a consolidation phase. Okay, be careful here, because potentially the next bar market is gonna be actually very bad. Now let me show you here. We have a monthly buy signal here. We have a monthly buy signal. This signal we got it like in November 2024, and Bitcoin is in sideways in a healthy consolidation. Now, if somehow the USD dominance breaks around 4%, yeah, we can expect. I will change my technical analysis, and yes, to the moon, and Bitcoin 1 million if you want, because USD dominance could break this structure here, and the next area to be tested should be around here, around 2%. So if we see something like that, yes, you will see a major rally, Bitcoin to 1 million if you want, but the probabilities are very low. They are very low. Okay, and why? Because if we go to buy monthly, we will see a buy signal very soon, in some point this year. Okay, and this is gonna be the first buy signal according to this chart of this asset. I mean, the USDT. So get ready, because I don't know. Like, I am not saying I am bearish. No. The only thing I'm telling you is the facts in the chart. Okay, So this is going to happen. It's just about time. We will see a buy signal here, looking for a new all-time high potentially by the end of the year. Yeah, it's possible. Now, let's continue with more. I'm going to show you in the short term, in 1-day chart. In 1-day chart, okay? In 1-day chart, as you can see here, we have this USDT dominance. Sorry, USDT dominance, yes. It's not moving, it's lazy, it's very lazy. That's why I am looking for a potential drop where the next target should be around here. A major support around 4%. If we see this level tested, of course, we will see a massive rejection for Bitcoin. So that's why in the short term, I am very bullish for Bitcoin, looking for even a potential new ATA. But in the big picture, for me, right, in my humble opinion, right, I am not a financial advisor. For me, it's a huge opportunity, at least for me to cash out. I will be happy just shorting Bitcoin again for 1 year, and that's all. Yeah, it's the only thing I will do, and I will get ready just to buy some altcoins. Of course, when I see the opportunity after 80% crash, yeah, that will be nice. But these kind of opportunities, they are coming every 4 or 5 years. So that's why you have to be extremely patient if you really want to make it in the market. Okay. So now let's continue with more. I'm gonna show you the Bitcoin dominance, and the Bitcoin dominance is very interesting right now here, because since maybe 2022, 2023, YouTubers on X and people like crypto YouTubers, they are calling for the next alt season. When? Well, there is no alt season, and it's not coming yet. Let me show you something. In 2022, I shared this technical analysis here in 2022, yeah, and I said 3 years ago, this is a buy signal in the monthly. The first target is gonna be the MA55. If the MA55 breaks, the next target is gonna be around 70%. Yeah, and I didn't change my technical analysis for almost, well, even now it's the same. It's still the same. Of course, we will see an alt season. Yes, for sure. Yes, I am expecting to see something like this maybe in 2026. 2026 is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. I am very bullish in 2026. Between 2026 and 2027, I am super bullish here because I am looking for this major alt season. That's why you are in the investing channel. If you are following you are supporting me on Patreon, I will share all my all my technical analysis, all the altcoins I want to buy. But please be patient because this is a long-term game. So that's why right now here I am getting ready. Actually, I was doing my homework a few days ago, and yeah, I am looking for some altcoins potentially. When I see the Bitcoin dominance is at 70% around this area, yeah, around here. Plus, I see Bitcoin crashing so hard by the end of the year, I will actually buy some altcoins. Yes, sure, for sure. I will be very, very bullish because I will start looking for something like this. Let me show you here. 2026, around 2027, a major crash here for a Bitcoin dominance. And here is where we will see the major alt season. The alt season. But that's the problem. People want this now. And that's the problem, right? In my case, I am a swing trader. I like to see the big picture. I like to be, ahead. Yeah, one step ahead of all the people. That is actually my normal life as well. I am trying to make plans, I don't know, I like this kind of, I'm a trader, what I can tell you. Always I am following systems, even productivity systems in my personal life. Well, that's all. Now let's continue with more. Okay, I'm gonna continue with the next chart, and I'm gonna use the BLX, and after that I will continue with the stock market and the currencies and altcoins and comments. Okay, this is the last chart I wanna show you. This is the oldest chart with all the historical data of Bitcoin. Okay, but I wanna show you here something very interesting here, the RSI. Yeah. The RSI is very common. It's terrible indicator in the short term, but in the long term, well, it's actually quite useful. Let me show you something here. What I'm using this one because I want to see the big picture, the full data for Bitcoin. Let me show you here. We have here this high, right? We have this high in the monthly, right? From here to here. and also we got a better variance here. This the better variance here was not very strong, but we saw actually a pullback. This one is not a problem. The next one here, this one, my friend, is the problem. We will see very soon this year is the same thing. Not just one, not just two. We will see triple better variance in RSI, where actually this is gonna trigger. Is gonna be terrible actually for Bitcoin, and we will see something like actually very, very complicated in the following. I mean, maybe after July, in 2026, it's gonna be, as I said before, more evidence, of course, based on facts, right? Like Bitcoin is actually getting ready for a major pullback. If we see here what is happening in weekly chart, let me show you here in weekly chart. Bitcoin right now is forming the same thing. If we have a better variance here from this high and this high, and also here. Now, the question is how we can use RSI. You don't have to be expert like trading, right? Like following. If you want to actually keep it simple, of course you will not catch the bottom, you will not catch the top, right? But at least you will catch the right. You will catch the trend, sorry. So actually that is more important. And it's very simple, very simple. You have to follow just this rule for Bitcoin, just only for Bitcoin, okay? Every time when you see, historically speaking, Bitcoin testing this level, the 50 level, remember this number, 50 level is the time to buy. Yeah, that's all. It's very simple, very straightforward, okay? In 2026, potentially we could see this level tested. And here, my friend, is where actually that is the moment when we should buy, at least in my case, and also altcoins. Maybe not shitcoin, please, just the top 10 maybe. But yeah, and the question is the time to buy right now? Of course, no. Technically speaking, no. Bitcoin at 100K, 110 is super expensive. So, well, you can do whatever you want, right? But that is the thing. The right timing to buy Bitcoin again is gonna be here, okay? Okay, now let's continue with the comments. Let me see. Okay. Quant. Okay, let's talk about some altcoins. Okay, Quant. Let me see. Altcoins. Okay, never mind. So I'm gonna add here. Quant. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one. No, it's not this one. No. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. Well, remember what I said to you before, right? This level, I am very happy. You see, oh my God, my technical analysis again. I am not the expert. I have experience. Remember what I said to you here? Yeah. This is the area to buy. Right, long time ago, I think was in April. Well, I was expecting something like this, right? This area to be tested, and after that, a bounce, right? The area was around 95. Now is breaking the MA55, looking for an extension around 150. That is the area. This price action is very simple. It's just doing sideways, right? It's sideways here. Okay, so I cannot tell you it's going to the moon right now, especially Bitcoin is going to print a major sell signal in weekly chart, maybe next month. So that's why I will be careful. In my case, right? Only in my case, if I see Quant around 140, 150, I will just take my profits and I will just be happy. That's all. Okay. It's the only thing I will do. Yeah. Now let's continue with XRP. XRP, for example, here, XRP we have here in the weekly chart. We have, what happened here? Let me, 1 second. I removed by accident my indicators. Okay, yeah. So let me show you here XRP. And XRP in monthly is extremely, I mean, this is super high. When you see the high here, and also you see this band, there is a probability of around 95% of probabilities to see a sell signal around here. So if we study what happened the last sell signal here, well, we got this crash around maybe around 70%. So in the moment when we see the signal in some point this year, we can expect from this point and this point, yeah, around here, $1.92 this year. Okay, I'm talking about the monthly right now because the monthly is coming here. It's very, very close. So that's why I am showing you right now the monthly. Monero is doing super good. Actually, I'm very bullish here. Looking for a pullback, maybe in weekly chart. As you can see here, this is actually potentially the top here right now. Any close below 329.30, you will see a major correction all the way down to 220 around there. Tron, it's very lazy. Solana, very lazy. The time is almost over, as you can see here. The time to, I mean, for me, Solana, no way I will just buy. I mean, I bought Solana at 120 and I sold Solana at 179. Yep, I closed my position with Solana last week. Very happy, right? I'm very happy because I made, let me show you here, around 50%. Nice. I cannot complain. That was very nice. Okay, so now as you can see here, the momentum for Solana is almost over. So sideways here, yeah, potentially next month, and after that a major crash. Still looking for a major crash in the monthly. I mean, 1 year and a half. Looking for maybe around, well, crazy targets. If I am right with Bitcoin, you will see Solana super cheap. And not just only Solana, many altcoins will just drop so hard. Okay, now let's continue with more. I'm gonna continue with just one question. Maybe I don't know, I don't follow news. Just I want to know about Based. You know something about this coin, because you know what? I like this chart. It's looking for a bounce. It's looking like it's gonna bounce, and potentially we could see maybe 80-90%, 90 cents. Yeah, I was thinking to buy. I don't know, but I don't know if it's a shit coin. I don't know. I don't buy usually altcoins. Usually, I buy just only the top 10. I need your help. Maybe you know something about this coin. Just let me know. Right? Okay. Now let's continue with the stock market. Let me see the SP500. The SP500 in 1 day chart. Let me see what is going on right now. Here we have a sell signal. Still is doing nothing. I mean, I don't have any news for you. It's the same technical analysis. It's sideways, downside. And here we'll see a buy signal very soon. I think it's too late. I think looking for 5,745. That is the area. Let's see Tesla if it's doing something. Oh, nice. It's actually the buy signal here in 1 day chart and 4 hour chart, as you can see, already play out, forming a better divergence in 1 day chart. I think we will see sell signal in 1 day chart. So sideways, looking for 120 in the long term, midterm. And Meta, let me show you here. Meta, sideways, looking for 605 around there. Google, okay, we don't have a better variance, so this is very interesting. Looking for in the long term 190. Let me see. Yep. Google, we will see 190 for Google, almost 200. Nvidia, maybe no all-time high, but at least here is resistance, so we have to wait. We have to wait a little bit more. Remember, in the stock market, short term, midterm, weekly chart, I am bullish, but overall, as long as we have the sell signal in all the markets, like Bitcoin, the stock market, sideways, downside in the long term, at least this year. Okay, so let's talk about Netflix. I am super bullish here, super bullish here. You see, forming a better variance. You want to buy this thing, of course I am a financial advisor, but you will get your opportunities very soon. Around maybe 1,000 should be the next area, potentially, because we will see a better variance here, as you can see here, forming a new high here. But don't short, not now. I mean, the stock market is something we cannot short. Why? As long as states is just printing and keep printing money. This is just like a Shiba Inu, you know? Like, let me show you here. You see? This is just Shiba Inu, right? It's a Shiba Inu, just a shitcoin, you see? Just follow the game. Waiting for major pullbacks. For example, the last one was around here in April. For me, it was a major opportunity to buy. Yeah. Of course, the real like area to buy is around here, the MA55 around here and here, and this one was very close, very close. But as you can see, we have a sell signal, so I will just wait for the next test here, yeah, to the MA55 around 4,600, something like that. Let's see. Okay, and one more thing, AMD. I am very bullish here, looking for a bounce, looking for 200, maybe 100% profits, potentially, yes. Yeah, yep. I am actually thinking, because, well, I didn't tell you, I have some news for you. I am, finally, I am doing this like calendar, like I want to be more often in here. So the idea is very simple. I will be 2 times per week doing live streams, Monday and Tuesday, and also 1 or 2 videos per week talking about Bitcoin. But right now, where I will be more active, even more active, is going to be on my Patreon. I will start posting technical analysis there and videos there for all the Patreon supporters. For long-term stock market, the only place where I will share my technical analysis for the stock market is going to be here, but with more details and executions will be on my Patreon. So yeah. Okay, now let's continue with more. I think currencies. Yes, let's talk about currencies here. USD, the USD is doing very well. Well, terrible actually. Sorry, the yen is doing very bad. I was hoping to see a breakdown, but no. This is like this. It's gonna bounce. We will see a bounce very soon, potentially by the end of the year. So we will see the yen around 160, 100. Even I am looking for a new all-time high. Let me show you something very scary. Well, I didn't check this chart for a long time. Let me see. Well, actually, no. Actually, well, it's promising. This is looking like actually we could have a probability like potential 2027 we could see the yen around 130, but as long as above here, this area, I am just defensive here. I am defensive. So this thing is the last hope for the yen is 160. For any reason, if we see this level broken, the next area is gonna be Venezuela. You know, it's gonna be like this 200. We will be, you know, the first Asian country like Venezuela, I think. We will like, or Argentina, I think, 260 around there. So that's why it's extremely important for the yen to hold. Actually, the resistance is very important. We cannot see 160 broken, and even better, we have to see 128 broken. If we see that, you will see a major crash, a major recovery of Japan, in this case, to maybe the levels of 2011 or 2000, around here, 108, 107. That, but, well, it's going to take time. Now let's continue with more. I think that's all, guys. I think that's all. Let's talk about a recap for Bitcoin. As you can see here, Bitcoin in the 1-day chart is still in sideways, but in the short area I'm bullish here. As you can see here, is bouncing here. So looking for 110, 111 around there, and that is going to be potentially the next signal here. Let me show you here in 12-hour chart, something like this. Yep. In my case, I am not taking long positions right now. It's extremely dangerous, at least for me as a trader, taking long positions when I see major sell signals in higher time frames. Okay, so that's why I am not taking longs right now. Even right now, the trend is my friend. Maybe in short term, I am looking for the major move. This one, I am looking for this one. In 2021, I was hunting this move for almost 1 month. Yeah, I was here watching the chart for almost 2 hours every day, just hunting this move. And I'm very happy because actually I opened my first short was around 66, around there, $66,600, almost the top. The second short was here. Yep, was here. And the last short I opened in swing shorts was here. Yeah, it was amazing. But of course it requires time and you have to be patient. Okay. Well, guys, I think thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. and see you in the next live stream. Please join to my Discord, and also I am on Twitter, well, X. Usually I'm posting there my technical analysis, but because my technical analysis is just based on facts, well, that's why I don't have a lot of following, you know, because, well, people like just to see memes, right? It's fine. It's fine. We need them. We need them because if we don't have them, we cannot make profits, you know. Okay, guys, thank you for watching and see you next time.